You launched a call already, no?
I have. Cuthbert Nathaniel, I cannot hear you.
I have to get
I
used
have
to
to
the
get used to the
word.
Well, good night to you. Like Ramin would say, good night, young man.
Good night, dear leader. How are you?
I am awesome, but hear this. It's quarter to the hour, and listen, we are already raking people in. So I can see on my list we have Asa already there, Claudia already there, Francis already there, James already there, Nabi, Veronica, Victoria. Listen, I can't wait for this call. I've been sitting here from
Wow.
7:30 waiting for 10 o'clock to get here. Cuthbert, I mean, I've been with Ramin for 8 years counting, and I have never seen anything like this, what he's about to do tonight. I don't know what inspired him to do such, but I want to believe that I attracted this because of what all of what has been happening with me over these past couple of weeks and days up to today. And I'm revved up. When Ramin shared with me this morning what he wants to do for tonight's call, in fact, he said to me from yesterday what he was thinking of doing for tonight's call. I was already very excited, very pumped up. And I wish as many persons would get on the call as possible tonight. Yeah.
Vern, the moment today you sent out the message for us to be on that call tonight, and you were bursting with excitement in the WhatsApp group, telling us you can't wait, and you need a whole dropper, 2 droppers of FOL. I said, no, I need to be on this call tonight, and
Yeah.
I need to be early. In fact, I consider that I signed up late on the call because usually I try to do it 30 minutes before the time.
Yeah, I see James from Singapore is on. I see Liz is on as well. So Bonaventura is on as well. So we're getting, persons are getting on early, like when you want to get to an event very early so you get the front seats.
Indeed, indeed. And Vern, you know what? My notepad from last night is right here. These are notes. That's notes from last night. Because last night was so enlightening for me and for this more than 73 persons who were on the call last night.
Wow.
And I know tonight will be even more packed, and there will be so much to take in that, like you, I share your excitement. And as we get closer to the hour, the excitement just keeps building.
It is. And it's one thing Ramin is really good at. It's about inspiring others. For persons who don't know Ramin's journey, they don't know where he came from, what process he went through to get to where he is today. And the most amazing thing with Ramin, he remains a very humble person. He remains, a boy over the soil. I like to refer to him as a person that anyone can relate to, can sit with, learn from, be inspired by. And he's never forgotten where he came from, and always giving back to those of us who are on the journey where he came from, to inspire us to do what he did, to inspire us to get to where he is. And something that I learned from him very early, and I keep hearing from a lot of motivational speakers that I listen to, Cuthbert, is when you encounter a problem, when something infuriates you, when something really gets you mad, it's really something that you're passionate about, and it means that you become a very, very big part of the solution to that problem that exists. And Ramin is a great example of that. That he loves the industry. Ramin is perhaps the industry's blood to Ramin. And when he talks about the network marketing industry, what it has done for him and what it proposes to average people, you know, persons like me and you who love the industry as well get a lot of hope, a lot of inspiration, a lot of fire, a lot of fuel from him to keep doing what we're doing. Because I know your journey as well, Cuthbert. I know your passion as a professional accountant and all of what you've been through professionally, health-wise, you know, your relationships and all of that. And look at you today. Now, tonight you're telling me that you just came from UK, you're in St. Lucia, and you're thinking of going back to the UK. I mean, that's inspiration. My darling is inspiring me. So I can't wait for Ramin to get on this call. I know Sanaz will be joining us on this call as well. And oh my gosh, I hope Ramin takes the call to midnight. Well, sorry for those who have to go to work tomorrow. I'm working from home.
I will stay till the end. But Vern, speaking of Ramin, for me, I met him in 2013 when we had the launch in St. Lucia, and I met him last year when he was here. And he has not changed. He is humble, and that's what attracts me to him.
I think he has gotten even humbler than he was then. Honestly.
You know, and he's always there to inspire you, whether it be in a group setting, in a training setting, or individually. Because I remembered he met me at the display table we had, and then we started this conversation, and then I told him what I had been doing the few months before, and he hugged me. He embraced me and he said, "Young man, just keep on doing what you've been doing." You know, for me, and that's the first time you're hearing this. And for me, that was so inspiring. And thereafter, he went on to train us that day. And for me, it was a remarkable training. We learned so much from that training. I took a lot from it. And the fact that he's on the ground with us, he's not a CEO that is not reachable. He is right there with us. And to me, that's one of a kind. That's one of the things one of the reasons that I will continue to be passionate about Opulence Global. Its many products, the business opportunity, the comp plan. I mean, there are so many things. You know, it adds there are more each and every day, and not the least, Vern, of the family that we create as that we develop, the friendships, and we are family. I mean, when I look at our team members, regardless of where they're from in the world, we truly.
But talking about family, Cuthbert, I just saw we have our Philippines babies on board with us. I like to refer to him as the giant beginning to be awakened, Joey. Joey in the Philippines is one of our massive leaders there. Oh my God, and he's rocking it over there. Both he and his wife have really big stories, what they have created in the Philippines. Again, it's from the inspiration. Ramin went into the Philippines, saw an opportunity, saw a group of great people, and decided to invest into the Philippines and invest in them. I mean, talk about having a brand new market and having a distribution center there immediately, like a showroom. I mean, who does that? And truly, Ramin is a CEO of a one of a kind. He is one that you don't come across very often. And boy, oh boy, am I excited that I'm under the umbrella that he carried. I don't know about other people, but I have had a great journey with Ramin. And there are times when I have a pity party or I have something bothering me, I call him and I thrash it out, and Ramin would have a good laugh at me at the end. And 2 days later, he would call me, he would say, hello, young lady, are you better now? Have you gotten over yourself, you know? Where he gives the tough love. And from a parent perspective, I love that because I do it with my kids. When we know better, we've been through it ourselves, and we see our kids knocking their heads all over the place over something that is nonsensical. You know, Ramin reminds me of why I did this in the first place. What's up ahead for me? And to keep doing what I'm doing. And so he is one of my biggest inspirations, knowing where he came from, knowing how he
Indeed.
bought his first distributorship, what inspired him to buy it, the number of times he wanted to quit, and to imagine tonight for the first time in the history of me being in this company to see our CEO give us a personal tour of his mansion. Talk about inspiration. I
Indeed,
don't know
indeed.
how to take this, but for
So
me,
Vern,
it's humbling. To
does that
me,
mean
it's
that soon you will be putting the down payment on a mansion yourself?
shh. You know, you're on a global webinar, right? You know,
No, but
right?
we're talking about inspiration. And if our CEO will be here tonight
But
to
I hope you don't
provide
fall
the
asleep tonight because, listen, I hope you don't fall asleep. I don't think anybody on this call will be able to fall asleep tonight after what will happen on this call, because I sent another note to Ramin after he messaged me about 7 this evening. And I said to him, I don't know who else is asking for this, what's happening tonight, but it's right up my alley with some things that has been happening to me over this past couple of weeks, and more so today. And then this is happening tonight. I'm like, you know, I'm having more than, you know, ahas upon of ahas upon ahas. And this is no kidding. Whoever is
Mhm.
not ready for this is not ready. But
So
talking about being at the right place at the right time, huh? This is me.
so Vern, in
So let me
response to
see if I
you,
have him on the call.
let me say, young lady, I intend not to fall asleep tonight because I've had my dropper full of fountain of life. I am full and ready to go, full of energy. Now, Vern, we have some additional persons on the call. We have Verlene from Anguilla. We have Wendy
Yes.
from Trinidad. And we have Mr. Winsford Regis from the beautiful Isle of St. Lucia. Welcome to the call,
Now
sir.
you've been biased. We have Neil from the island of Trinidad and Tobago on the west coast, Canada, in Vancouver. Right? We're bigging up Anil. He's from the Caribbean, but he donated part of the Caribbean to Vancouver. We also have my Filipino sister, Nora Bastian. She's from the Philippines, but she's gracing the Niagara Falls with her life for now. And it says you got that right. We have, we have High River, Alberta. That's Tim on the call as well. Grace from the Philippines. Grace and Joey from the Philippines. Srini to the bone. That's right, Anil. That's right. And I know our other Trini sisters will be on the call. We have, I love to big up the people from the Caribbean first. Don't blame me. I'm from the Caribbean. Yeah? And we have Maria Batiste. We have Maria Batiste. She is from Grenada, the Isle of Spice.
Woo,
But
woo,
she
woo,
also is
woo.
gracing Toronto with her life. So she's living in Toronto, but Maria, I will introduce you properly. She is a girl of the soil from Grenada, which is in the Caribbean. Yes, that's correct. Maria, welcome to the call tonight. And make sure, guys, you're sitting properly. Get a stable chair. If you're lying down, I highly recommend you go sit at a chair or table. Get some coffee if you feel like you're dozing off. Put 2 full droppers in the cup of
Fountain of
coffee.
life. No coffee here.
Yeah,
Fountain of life.
and put 2 droppers of, maybe some people may want to drink a whole bottle of coffee and we want to save the you know.
Um, Vern, we also have Grace from the Philippines, and I saw this lady,
Yes, I know.
Samantha Zamani, the powerhouse lady.
That's right. That's right. She's killing it with the
Oh,
Filipinos in Toronto.
yes,
She is.
indeed.
Okay, let me see if we have Ramin on already.
We also
No, not
have
yet.
team from High River, Alberta. Oh, Alberta is in the house.
I think Alberta is the second St. Lucia, the cold version of St. Lucia.
Cooler
We have
version,
Carmel
yes.
from Alberta here as well. But mind you, they're full of heat. They're full of heat. We have Donna from, is this the Donna I'm thinking of? I'm not sure. We have Erin, who's also from Alberta on the call. We have Ethne Richardson from Anguilla on the call. We have Francis Augusto on the call. James from Singapore. We having a jump out call tonight. I love this.
That
Maria Ariste from
fantastic.
St. Lucia. Mavis, I just got another hat like yours, Mavis. Mavis on the call. Rama, I always get Rama's name. Mohammed.
Yeah, Rama, I think, yeah.
Teresa Bolton. Yeah,
Oh,
Rama.
yes.
I'm not very good at pronouncing names. Yasmin Joseph from St. Lucia, I believe, is on the call. Wendy from Trinidad and Tobago is on the call.
And we
Verlene
have
is from both Anguilla and Trinidad and Tobago.
yeah. Vern, Kenya is in the house. Lucy Karanja is in the house.
No way. You know what time it is in Kenya right now?
5 a.m.
It's 5 a.m. Whoa!
Yes. Early
Good
riser.
job, Lucy. Lucy, go call all the others, Lucy. Let me just check if they have Ramin on already. Oh, I think I need to call Ramin on his phone to see if it's okay. Where's my phone?
We have Kim Singh, we have Kendra Taylor, we have Karen Katz. Whoa, we've got plenty people here.
Okay, guys, I'm going to call Ramin and I'm going to scare him. Should I scare our CEO? Let me just make sure. Okay, I don't see him. Keep looking out for him, Cuthbert.
Okay, let me. So far, no, I haven't seen him. No. Oh, Anthea Emmanuel is on the call. And my downline in Dominica is in the house. Ashton Anderson is there. Welcome, Ashton, to the call. We have Claudia Donovan, DeRoy Matthews, Drusilla, Eric, Francis Augusto. Yep. I'm still looking for our CEO.
Yeah, I'm trying to call his phone.
We have Renita Gibbs and Saeed Uman. Welcome. No, Vern, he's not in yet. We have Yasmin Joseph also on the call. So guys, we have passed the half century. So let us get on to the fourth.
Yes, we have Rico from the Philippines on the call too. This guy is, I call him the tornado. He kills it. Welcome to the call, Rico. Good to have you. Okay, I'm not getting him on WhatsApp. Let me call him direct to see.
Oh, somebody wrote Mavis did. She said she's originally from Trinidad. Whoa, Trinidad is in the house.
This is oh, nice. Vanisha is originally from Trinidad. Oh, Mavis is saying she's originally.
Yeah, that's what Mavis said. Yes. Welcome, Mavis.
I didn't know.
We have Rani from Singapore. Welcome, Rani, to the call. I think everyone is just super excited, Vern. It's not just us two. I think every single person on this call.
I remain. We are rocking it, believe me, so much so that people now are throwing bottles at me. They want the real act. Okay. He's just getting home and prepping for us. So he says about 5 more minutes, he's
Okay,
going to be with
fantastic.
us.
So it
So
gives
I
us
know we've
some
been
time to
calling
welcome
everybody
more persons.
person. So I know we've been seeing names on the list, but tell us exactly what countries. I see Singapore, Edmonton, Canada,
Yeah, Sandy.
Trinidad in Toronto.
Oh, we have
Mama,
Monaco.
where?
Monaco. I think Monaco is a country somewhere to the south of France. I believe it's a
Wow.
small country.
Wow, this is amazing. Well, welcome to the call. I hope this is not your first time, and I hope you have many after that. Lucy, I am so, so, so proud of you. Please get all the other girls on the call. Call them now and tell them we're all going into Ramin's mansion tonight and we're staying. Listen, I am staying. I am not coming back home.
Vern, we need all the Kenyan leaders on this call because Vern, I've been joining the Kenyan call on a Thursday, and they are fantastic
They are,
individuals,
they are amazing.
remarkable.
They are amazing.
Indeed, indeed.
Let me see who
Yeah,
else is
we
there.
have Mommy from Monaco. Wow.
Oh, I should have known it was Mammy. I should have known it was Mammy. Mammy travels everywhere. She, the only place I think Mammy has not come to is St. Lucia. Honestly,
Well,
every time we have a webinar, Mammy's in a different country. She's amazing. She travels everywhere. Eric says, "Hi, neighbor." Desmond
hi.
in the house. Eric,
Oh,
where are
Kelshal. Dominica in the house. That's Kelshal.
you?
Desmond
Okay,
Kelshal.
nice. Eric is from where? Eric, where are you from? You said hi, neighbor. Natalia, good evening to you. Welcome to the call, girl. You made it. You made it.
Oh, that's another young lady who has been excited from the time you indicated what was going to happen tonight, Natalia.
You know the joke. People are private messaging me and ask me, "Vern, I cannot take this suspense. This is killing me. Please tell me something all day long. Please tell me something. What is this about?"
We can't let the cat out of the bag yet, right? Let the CEO do that, right?
Right. So I know the call is being recorded, but I'm going to put my phone on as well so I can record what I see on my phone. Arthur
And
has
Eric, Eric
Arthur
is
has
from
every guest that he has that has seen the presentation. Arthur is inviting them like crazy to be on the call tonight as well.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And Eric is from Markham, Ontario.
Oh,
Same
no.
with Evelyn, he says.
Awesome.
And we
Awesome.
have is it Macarey, Philippines
You
he
better,
says Philippines is ready to rock the world.
yeah. Please don't come to St. Lucian Rocket. It's very small.
Vern, Vern, I think Ton should be inviting us to the Philippines so we solutions can rock the Philippines.
That's right. There are millions of people. So don't rock St. Lucia will sink. Okay?
We
I
have,
love
is it Marina Siret from Edmonton, Canada?
nice.
Oh yes,
Edmonton, really big them is
Edmonton. Yeah, that's
Alberta.
Alberta, right?
Is Ramin there? Did I hear Ramin's voice? No. I mean, Canada really, really represents, and by right, they should. But
Indeed,
I'm
indeed.
excited that we have so many countries being represented here tonight. It shows that we still have a hungry people like myself, starting with me. And the more you get, the more you see that you want. And one of the things that Ramin says a lot, you know, you just have to want more. When you want more, you become more. When you become more, you have more. When you have more, you give more. And it begins with a hunger. It begins with, you know, the desire, and to first to see what he's about to show us. Oh gosh, Ramin is still prepping and I can't wait anymore. Lord, somebody call Ramin, please. Can't take this anymore, man.
You see, Vern, I think that passion and that hunger is overwhelming you tonight.
God, I said I sent my kids to sleep by force.
But I'm really happy to see the presence on the call this evening.
Oh, yeah.
From Kenya to St. Lucia to Anguilla to Alberta to Ontario to Monaco. I'm looking forward to seeing our European partners, the UK, Holland,
Oh, yeah.
France.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing these individuals, you know. But Vern, can you believe we we have at a count of 81 persons on the call already? This is remarkable.
I am seeing that. I am seeing.
Yeah, I must, Vern, I must say, I am elated about this call tonight. I am looking forward to the excitement that will continue to be generated on this call, and I know that that excitement will manifest itself in activity level, in more persons being aware of what Opulence Global is all about, what we do, the how far this company goes in different aspects globally, and we will see some really huge momentum in the next 2 months
That's
and
correct.
beyond.
The timing is perfect right now for this kind of inspiration, this level of inspiration, because we're just closing off the year. And when it usually gets about November, people begin to do a checkup as to, whoa, the year is ended and I have not achieved anything, I have not done anything. And we last week on our forensic call, we talked about timing yourself and going to the final sprint of the year. And for Ramin to come tonight with that kind of inspiration, that oh my gosh, call. I mean, the timing is absolutely perfect. But for those persons who are ready for it, for those persons who have been waiting for it, for those persons who are ready to take it and run with it. So I want the real act already. For real, real, real. Let me set up my phone.
Venetia,
I don't
please
like the
calm
host.
down. You need to calm a bit, young lady.
I'm not happy being the host tonight. I should have been in the audience so I could throw bottles at you. Uh, tell you, bring that out. Indeed.
I think Romaine is ensuring that the all the excitement, the anxiety, all the anxiousness is just at overflowing
But it's
before
killing
he
me.
comes
It's killing me. It's killing me.
up. And yes, Wendy from Trinidad. It looks tonight we will be getting the full tour. And Wendy is as excited as you, Venetia. Ah,
No, Wendy is more
lady.
excited than me. Trust me.
So Vern, tonight we're getting this tour, right? This virtual tour. You know, before the this webinar ends, we need to ask the CEO when are we getting the tour in person, right?
Okay, so after three, one, two, three, promote remain to panelists. Did I do it right?
He's not there yet.
I promoted him. Maybe you should try. Maybe I'm too excited.
Okay, let me get him. Okay, hi. Okay. All right, I'm going to do it now. He's there. Remain. I think he's on.
Yes, he's on.
Wonderful.
Opulence evening, forensic networkers. Can you see me okay?
We can see you. We can see you.
First of all,
Okay,
let me congratulate you for being the host of the month.
Thank you very much, Remain. Thank you very much.
I did a killer job last night. And when they said you were doing it, I was like, who is that? It's, oh, you're going to see, and he is phenomenal. He said, well, he might just well just dethrone Arthur and Vernicia. I said, well,
and we're fine with that.
That is why we're a team.
Absolutely. First of all, let me tell you. So you can hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. When I go room to room, I'm on the waterfront, I'm right on the coast. I might lose reception. So every time I go in the room, I'm gonna say, can you hear me okay and see me okay? And if you say yes, we continue. I don't want to continue and you lose me. Because I do webinars in this home, and there are some areas that, although I have 3 Wi-Fi systems, there are some areas that we're gonna lose. So I may have to go on my data, switch back and forth. Like when we go in the cave downstairs, data doesn't work, but we gotta do Wi-Fi. So my point is, room by room, I'm gonna ask you, is everything okay? If you confirm, then we move forward.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Why do I want to do this? I'm a very private person, as you guys know. In 13 years owning this company, one time I had a shareholders meeting in my other house. One time. So I don't allow anyone into my homes. I don't, it's just not I don't want to. It's the only place that it becomes mine. And of course, the family and so forth. But you know, just like the Forensic Networker, because I wrote the Forensic Networker in 1999. And it wasn't until 2008 that I allowed the general public to actually go to it. Before that, it was ranking people in my organization only. I thought it was too advanced. So I wouldn't allow people to be there. In 2008 in Niagara Falls, with Opulence, with GWT, I finally opened it to the public. I realized it was too important to take away from the new people for 2 reasons. One, they needed a foundation which the only forensic networker can build. 2, the industry needed it because the people that came to our industry and never applied themselves, and yet they thought they did, and they went on bashing their company, bashing the whole industry, and only because they didn't know that they didn't know. A lot of them, they were not bad people. They thought they did it. They just didn't know they were not doing it. So the forensic networkers saved the reputation of MLM companies and the industry, and it managed expectation and opens up the whole, makes it so clear for that new person, the new network marketer, the new partner, the new participant. It makes it within 30 minutes, the 8 categories of involvement. Within 30 minutes, it tells you where you're gonna end up 5 years from now. So that's why I open it. It's the same as my lifestyle. I wasn't doing much of it, although I teach it. I did with cars, but not anything else. Then I realized, you know, we're taking away from people because I was no different than you. I wasn't born into this, okay? I had to go build it. And I used to teach, when I started in MLM, I always said, when you dream, don't dream in black and white. Dream in technicolor. Understand exactly what you like, what you want. And I have news for you. You don't even know what you like and what you want until you sit down and give it some time. You sit down, you have to think about it. You ask someone, what do you like to go for vacation? Instantly they know, oh, Aruba, whatever, Hawaii. You ask them, what is your ideal lifestyle? They're like, well, you know, comfortable and happy. What the hell does that mean? And see, your mind is the greatest satellite dish. It's broadcasting to the world. It's broadcasting to your universe, to your space, and we all have our universe and space. Let me explain something to you without getting too technical to lose you. In 1921, there's a book called Think and Grow Rich. Clarified something for you. It was way too deep. I didn't understand a lot of it. But one thing I understood is that everything on Earth, everything in the universe, we know for sure on Earth, is made of energy and matter. Energy and matter. So everything, me, you, the car, the garage, the fruits, the trees, the stars, everything is made of energy and matter. So if everything that we want materialistic is the same makeup as we are, then if you broadcast what we want, we'll attract what we want. It's called the law of attraction. One of the divine laws of life. So you can broadcast. So when you're constantly broadcasting negativity, that you're constantly attracting, your universe is attracting it. So me and you could be best friends. We could live in the same house, and you constantly broadcast negativity, and I constantly broadcast positivity, and we're going to get two different results. And your explanation of that is, well, he's lucky. So it has nothing to do with luck. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill in 1921 told us that. Now, this was figured out way before that, but he put it out to the world. So you get back what you put out. Then I started out thinking, you know, Rami, when I wanted that mansion, when I didn't have anything, I was dreaming in Technicolor. I knew I needed to know exactly what I wanted. So the world, God, universe, nature, whatever your universe, they're all the same thing, right? We have one word for it, usually we call it God, right? So if God's not clear on what you want, how is he delivering this? How? You got to be clear. Zig Ziglar says, don't be a wandering generality. Be a meaningful specific. We're going to write that down. Don't be a wandering generality. Be a meaningful specific. You have to be clear. Sit down. Forensics got the best system for that. We call it the promise list. Sit down and make a promise list. And when you dream, boy, you dream big. You're going to ask for anything, ask for the best. If I brought you to a restaurant, I say you can have anything off the menu for free, I can guarantee you probably take the most expensive thing on the menu, right? If I brought you to a restaurant, I say free, just say whatever you want. You'd take the most expensive food on the menu, yet I'm telling you to ask for whatever you want, and yeah, maybe I'll just ask a little bit. I wrote in my book, I asked life for a penny, and life wouldn't give me any more. Pay attention to that. I asked life for a penny, and life wouldn't give me any more. Life gave me what I asked for. So be careful what you ask for. You might just get it. Which brings me to this, what I call a car lounge. I can't call it garage anymore. You know, I call it a car lounge. I'm going to take it. I don't know if I can turn the camera around here. I hope I can. Can I? I don't think so, right? Let me see. Maybe. Yeah, well, hold on. Maybe. I think we can. Okay. So let me tell you a little about this mansion before I show you around. In 1997, 8 in those. By the way, one of these days I'm going to release my promise list I wrote in 1993. 1993. And Sanaz woman found it in one of my files and put it on my desk. And she said, I was absolutely mesmerized working with you for 11 years. I was absolutely mesmerized. Everything you wrote in 1993, handwritten, you know, date and all that, everything but one thing you got. Well, two things. One of them was a big list. Everything was checkmarked. Two things wasn't. One of them was the Olympics. Now, I did go to the World Championship, won the World Championship. I just got hurt for the Olympics at the Olympic trials. And second, said, you say you're going to be married, be the best husband you can be. And I'm not married. So there's only two things that wasn't checkmarked on my promise list. So we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Now, when oh yeah, one of the things I remember, I learned very quickly, you want to start be able to dream. Whatever you broadcast is what you're going to get. So I started buying anything that was luxurious, neighborhoods, cars. I would go to dealerships, go to neighborhoods that were expensive. I bought magazines like Rob Reports or DuPont Registry, where all the exotic cars, all the big yachts and mansions and private jets, I would buy those magazines. I remember in one issue of Rob Reports, there was this white mansion in Miami, Florida, on the ocean. And he had an 8-car garage. 8-car in the garage. Now listen, that's a big, big garage. Especially when you don't have any, right? When I was doing this, you know, I had money, you know, but it was a 2-car garage. Now, usually even luxury homes in Canada only have 3-door garages, 3. This had 8, and he had some fancy cars in it, and he was on the waterfront, and he was white. And I think one day I want a white mansion on the coast, on the water, and I want an 8-car garage. Fast forward 16 years. 16 years, almost, yeah. So guess what? I am broadcasting from a white mansion on the coast with an 8-car garage, which I'm going to show you. And when I was setting up this garage to become a car lounge, I asked myself, I think I did a live one that day on this. I did. I said, damn, I should have asked for a 16-car garage because, you know, now I don't even have enough garages I want. I could use more because garage and the basement are two important parts to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thought, you know what, Remy, what inspired you? Let me tell you what inspired me. The night that I found out about network marketing, that I thought I wanted to look at it, I drove, maybe just in case you know my story, we had a very annoying customer at our pizza business. He would come in the morning, at lunch, busy lunch rush, at dinner, dinner rush. He was a carpet cleaner. He cleaned carpets. He would come and annoy us to death with nonsense. One day, though, he showed up with a flyer. Now, my brother Reza hated him. He said, God, this guy's so annoying, you know. He should go to his wife and kids. He always comes and talks and we're busy and whatever. Reza hated him. So anyways, but you know what? That annoying person, because I give time to everybody, and he's changed our life. One day he showed up with a flyer. The flyer was just 8.5 by 11, just piece of paper with a picture on it. And picture had a Jaguar and a Porsche. I'm a car guy, as you can tell, big gearhead here. And it's a mansion in Toronto, which was about 5 hours away from me. And the headline said, how can a man make $73,000 a month selling cookies from his home? Cookies. It was an MLM company. It was my first exposure to MLM. Nobody before that showed me circles about Amway or anything. That was it. This is in 1990. I was 20 years old. The cars got my attention. And I remember thinking, I read the story 5 times. It was a short story. Said, how can, like, I have a $100,000 mortgage on the restaurant. We work 80 hours a week, each one of us. And I bring home $3,000 a month. This was decent money at the time. $74,000 a month selling cookies from his home. I thought there was a misprint. It's supposed to say selling cocaine from his home. So that would make more sense to me, right? Because I've never seen MLM before. I never understood leverage. I never understood it. But he kept telling me, and he threw a cookie at me, and that was what they sold, cookies. It was a diet cookie that's supposed to high fiber, make you lose weight. Anyway, it tasted like dog food. It really did, but it worked. So anyway, but I didn't care about that. What I cared about is that that kind of money can be earned. I did not want to stay in the restaurant business. I was 20 years old. I was already expired in the restaurant business. I remember thinking to myself, yeah, if I have to go through this one more year, I don't think I'm gonna go crazy. Let alone, I can't do this. If it feels this stuff at 20, it's gonna feel a lot worse at 30. I don't want to be doing this for another 10 years. And everybody I know that was in the pizza business, they were in the pizza business the entire life. It wasn't short. It was like, they took it from their parents, and that was what they did. And I did not want to do that. My mother was a diplomat. The rest of the night we came out in a very privileged life, and I wanted that for my mother again. So not in the restaurant business. So I worked at 4 o'clock in the morning in the pizza business. This annoying guy, he came. I went home, took a shower. This annoying guy came, pick me up at 6. So we haven't slept yet. Remember, we worked throughout the day, a good 14 hours. Then go home, take a shower. He picked me up. We drove to Toronto. 10 o'clock in the morning, we got to Toronto. 4 hours later, and I saw the same cars. I saw the same mansion, and I froze. I didn't want to go in anymore. Why? Because I thought I was going to run into a corporate giant who's going to speak the language that I don't understand. I mean, look at the house, look at the cars, right? So I went in there. Some guy kept asking the guy. There's 20 people there. I said, "Who's this guy making all this money?" He said, "Well, that's him right there." I didn't recognize him because he was in track pants, and I was talking on the phone. Long story short, I was very fortunate. He took a liking to me, and that night I spent at 4:30 in the morning with him. Now I've gone through 48 hours, right? And then we left his house at 4:30 in the morning, came to Ottawa because I had to go home, sleep, go back to work the next day. I remember leaving his home and telling him, "Dad, this is incredible. If this clown can do this in Toronto, we're going to make a fortune in Ottawa." See, I wasn't thinking, "Oh, he's different than I am. He's 44, I'm 20, he's a millionaire, I'm not. He knows business, I don't." I wasn't thinking that. Maybe it was my arrogance and my athletic background. I said, if this clown can do this in Toronto, we're going to make a fortune in Ottawa. I want you, after I show you tonight, I want you to say the same thing. It's okay. Go and say, "Hey, this guy can do this over there. We're going to do it here," right? That should be the attitude. My business, my start was with that attitude. I didn't care that he was in a city 5 times the size of ours. I didn't care that he was double my age. I didn't care he was a multi-millionaire. I didn't care he had all his experience. I didn't care. I just thought, okay, if he can do this, I can do this. Especially he's going to tell me how to do it. So he inspired me. So I'm thinking to myself, Ramin Vidal's mansion, and I still talk about him 30 years later. So if you spend about an hour with me, you're going to hear some pure stories, and many of you have. Those are all his stories of what he did to me. See, quantum physics, what you stretch one's imagination, it'll never go back. It'll never go back. So I'm hoping to inspire you. And I tell all my leaders, don't drive those fancy cars. Throw the keys at somebody who's new. Let them experience it. Because once they experience that, they want it. See, you're stretching their imagination. It'll never go back to its original shape. All right, so I'm going to take you to the Cyrus State Mansion. Oh, he's my son. I'm telling you, he's my heart and soul. Everything I do is for him. This side of the car lounge is not really large. It's a garage. It's quite messy. All right, let me see if I can turn the camera around. We can. Okay, so let's see. Tell me if it's working. Turn. There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Working.
All right. First of all, as you can see on the floors, this is all the top-of-line epoxy that you'll find in casinos, high-end casinos, and it's designed like a racetrack. This is my turbo Porsche. This one is going to my son. I have all kinds of cars, Ferrari, Lamborghinis, and McLarens. They all come and go. This car remains. I bought this brand new in 2005. It is the ultimate Porsche, and I promised it to my son, and he is going to be getting this vehicle, Turbo S. Of course, we call it a car lounge, so we need a lounge. This is where you come, sit down. I don't allow smoking inside the house. In the winter, here gets pretty cold. This is heated garage. You can sit there. As you can see, I was there with my cigar. And this is where you do it. Now, it's a pretty cool piece here. And this radio, you see here, speaker, is actually a fridge. All right. And if you like some more exciting beverages, well, you'll find them right here. All right. I like Buddhas. I'm not a Buddhist, but I like Buddhas. I think so. I have it all over the place. This is another place. This is what we call a shisha. Shisha is basically something in the Middle East that people do. It's not really smoking, but smoking. Actually, it is smoking. We just fool ourselves saying it's not smoking because it's going through water, but it's something that our people love to do. Of course, this is the new beast. This is a McLaren 720S, the fastest car in the world. Right here. Before this, you know, I had the 650S. And what it's known for, it has a number because I was at the racetrack the other day. What it's known for is for its fancy doors, of course, its speed. It's got a really cool option here. When you press on this, look what happened to the dash. This is a race mode because it doesn't want to block your view when you're racing. So you push it down, it goes down. That's race mode. And this is regular mode. It comes out now. It shows you things that you need to know. So this is the fastest car in the world, McLaren 720S. We don't have time today to go through the sculpture of this vehicle, but it's absolutely insane. We're not here for the cars. Hey, guys, remember this? Remember this? Now, even though we are Opulence now, this is our heritage right here to the billion. Remember that? All right, everybody, just to amuse me, go to the billion. All right, so this is probably not the exciting part for if you don't do laundry, but if you do laundry, it's a pretty cool place to be. Got lots of shelves and stuff. This is a modern home, so it's very much an intelligent home. Let's start with the kitchen. So these are the top of the line appliances. This Thermador, that cooktop is $24,000. These things are about $6,000 or $7,000 each, and steam ovens, and not really microwaves. This is a $25,000 fridge, which I was built with. And this is my favorite machine here, espresso machine, 6,000. Makes the best coffee for. The flooring is all top of the line marble. This is a wine cellar there. This is a double stop marble. The flooring on this in the mansion costs over $400,000, just the flooring itself. And I wanted all of this. So this is very modern. So you see the lighting. It's got LEDs everywhere. This is family room. 6.5% in the place. And this here is the most, in this mansion, this chair here is a highlight that people come in, but other than the other front over there. Highlight because it makes you realize you have souls you didn't know that existed there. So it is absolutely insane. All right, so this is the grand staircase. We get to that later. Let me show you here. I built this like a very luxury hotel. So when you go to the bath, everything is custom. So all these glass here, these are all seamless. So there's no, these are all extra stuff that I won't get into. All right, even the bathroom. See the way I did it here, okay? There's no mirror here. The mirror goes from the wall to the ceiling, and the ceiling's very tall. It's like a luxury hotel. Everything's all marble and stuff. Because again, you didn't want to be like a house where there's like a mirror there. The whole thing, every bathroom has its own theme, of course. The flooring, every flooring has a warmer. That means if you walk with your feet, then it's higher, it gives you like you're walking on hot rocks. What we call hand lighting, again, LED lights there. Our lighting is all specially designed. This is a 10-inch long lighting. Now, a lot of my stuff is still not done yet, where the house took 3 years to build, but then now a lot of these things we got actually get custom made. So a lot of the stuff is not here, especially decorations are not here yet. So this is the grand dining. As you go through, all the windows are custom made because daytime you see blue and waves. So you just can't see it tonight. As you can see, LED lights everywhere. This is what really in another home, this will be a living room, but this we'll call a grand room because it's so big. You can do a party of 100 people here. All these are designer pieces. Now, 3 walkouts, because when you're on that 6-foot wave, you want to be able to. So I got like 6 walkouts here in every corner. This is again another part of the room. This, they call this mammoth. That's its name actually. This fireplace is the largest fireplace you can buy ready. You can build bigger ones, but if you want just ready out of the box, that's the largest one you can get. So we go into the gallery now. This is the highlight of the house right here. Look at this. When I designed this, the builder first said, why would you blow so much space? Okay, can you guys see me okay?
Yes, we can, Ramin. Yes, we can.
Okay, so when I did this design, the builder, the luxury builder said, why would you waste so much space and you're not going to use it? After it was done, he asked for permission to actually show this to his other clients, because really, this mansion wasn't designed for you to do your parties in the basement, although the basement is incredible. This was designed that this is where, look how beautiful the flooring is. It's designed that this is where you put the cruiser tables. And this is where your ballroom is. I love lighting. I love LED. So everywhere in the house is wired up. We get to that in a minute. See these things here? These lights here, it's a light fixture now. But the reason why it's there is because there was supposed to be 2 staircases coming down here as well. We changed our mind later on because there's a grand staircase there and the source bed like this. So we decided not to do that. This very special piece to me. So now Suman gave me this. It's an eagle. And one thing about this place, one thing you see here in my area, I've never seen. Usually see 1 or 2 eagles flying around. Here they feast at 20 at a time. And you see them in my backyard. It's scary if you got a little dog, but they're fantastic. Let me show you something really cool. First of all, here's a light feature here. So let me, this, by the way, this ceiling here is 28 feet high. It's extremely high. So let's shut the lights off and see what it looks like without it. So if you like, I know, Arthur, this is your nightclub right here, buddy. I'm going to show you the cave, a 4,000 watt therapy in a minute. Guys, don't take this. You know me, I've not done this in all my years. I'm not doing this to show off. You know, it's not me. I'm doing this is because when I went to Toronto and I saw his mansion, it wasn't anything like this, but you know what? It was still a beautiful mansion. When I saw that, I said I wanted it. A lot of people told me along the way, you're crazy, you're a kid, you don't understand, it's not gonna happen, this is a scam, it doesn't work. I don't know if you know this, these lights are changing, but you can change all these lights to any color you want, but this is automatically, these ones are already changing, it's designed that way, they started changing, I program it. So I'm doing this to inspire you. I want you to look at tonight and say, you know what, I want that. I want that. I want you to say, this guy can do this in Iceland, Eskimo world, we can do this. We've given you a business that's beyond borders. We've given you a business that you can build anywhere. Let me zoom in a bit. I love this stuff here. Oh, it doesn't let you zoom in. Oh, it does. Okay. That chandelier, you see up there, is 12 feet long. Let me show you a really cool thing. All these doors, these are like 10 to 11 feet. Actually, these are 11 feet long. So everything is very much custom, designed like gallery. So this is what we call the gallery. If you like it, I don't want you to say anything other than I want it, or I want something different, or I want something just as good or better. The whole idea here is for you to want more. I want to inspire you. This is our grand staircase. We'll take you upstairs first. Let me know if you still got me. There's another chandelier here, beautifully designed.
We can hear you loud and clear,
I love
Romain.
art. Perfect. Now I'm an athlete. People like to put their gems in the basement, which they never go. I decided to take one of the best spaces and put my gem right next to my bedroom. We'll get to that. So here's again another of the bathroom. Heat warmers, mirrors right to the top. Here's some ideas for you. You want to spend some money? These are the best ideas to have. Every shower has its own theme, designed beautifully. This is for the guests. This is my gym. Now the automation system with the music has 8 different zones. So Arthur, you and I can have 8 different parties with 8 different music. Reggae in one, house in another, Hebrew in another, Persian in another, rock and roll in another. We can host 8 different parties in this home. The system allows for that. So this is my little gym, and that's all I need at age 51. This guy gets a beating once in a while. Now the cool part about this is outside. Well, we get to that in a minute. This is my son's room when he's in town. He doesn't live in this city, but when he comes, this is his room. This is the most comfortable bed. This is a big round thing. Again, LEDs everywhere in the house. Every room has its own bathroom and his own closet. As you can see, the place is not finished yet. We're still working on it. This is my little office here. They all have smart TVs, all the rooms and closets and bathrooms again. And I had to put this over here so if my nephews and my sons playing around, so I can keep my eyes on them while I'm in the office. This is our guest room here. It's a pretty cool bed. It has its own LED lighting everywhere. Again, bathroom, walk-in closet. And this is probably the best view in the house. This is a little balcony here. Check this view. You can have it, guys. I started living in my mom's basement. And this room I did for my mother. And she's probably got the nicest furniture. This comes from my old house. I gave it to her. And she's got this king furniture here. She's got 2 views, one on this side and one on water. Apple orchard here. Waves over there. This is Mama's room. Again, walk-in closet. I did something special for her bathroom. I know she likes fancy bathrooms. She was a diplomat. Again, all marbles, everything you can see. This is guest room, but Mom's room. This is her bathroom. So again, these windows are all custom, as you can see, but you can't see it now. But over here, it's just 6-foot waves, and that's daytime. Okay, let's take you right through. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right, so what I want you guys to know is that, again, when I went to Piero's house and I saw that furniture, I saw those paintings, the house wasn't this size, but it was a nice area and I saw the cars. My point was this, folks, is that I just wanted it. See, I could go to a neighborhood. When I was younger, I used to go to a neighborhood where the big homes are. And somebody else would drive the same neighborhood and say, oh, nice home, they just go about the business. I couldn't do that. I drive in a neighborhood and I see these fancy homes, and it used to bother me, it used to hurt me. I was happy for them. I just wasn't happy that I didn't have it. I was only 20, but see, you need it here, right? You gotta have it. You need to hear. You need that to drive you. I don't want you to look at this and say, oh, it's nice, beautiful. But no, I want you to say, if this guy could do it there, because our city was only 800,000 people in it. It's not a big city. But if you look at this, okay, if he could do this there, I'm going to do it where I'm at. And back then when I did it, folks, we didn't have internet. It was not a business beyond borders. Back then, we had to use conference calls at $2-3 a minute. There was no internet, there was no websites, there was no computers. We did it with the cell phones at $3 a minute. I remember doing meetings. If I had to get on a call with the Middle East or South Asia, it was $7 a minute. So building beyond borders, it was very difficult to do, right? Expensive to do. Today, you could do this. We work our buns out. We spend a ton of money. A lot of our paycheck went towards investing into the business to be able to do this. It's easier today. The opportunity is better because of internet, everything else. So I don't want you to look at this and say it's unattainable. It's attainable. We've raised 17 millionaires in our camp so far. It sounds good. I want 1,000. I want 1,000. We can do it. You know me, and I want to take this to the billion. We take it to the billion, 700 billion gets paid out to who? To you guys. So I don't know if it's going to be you personally, but it's going to go out anyway. We're going to do the billion. We're going to do the billion. That's guaranteed. We're going to do the billion. The question is, are you going to be capturing that market, your market share? And if you are going to capture your market share, you're going to be one of our future millionaires. You can do this. But it starts with now. See, for me, started in 1990 when I went to Cipiero at his mansion. And I said to myself, this guy can do this in Toronto. We're going to do it. Now, don't think it was easy. I wanted to quit 6 times in the first 9 months in 1990. I've been there, right? 4 times. And my bio was coming out. I talked about all my failures in my career. And you're going to look at that. And I did that finally. I never want people to know all the failures that I've had. It took me, 30 years to come up with my bio. It's ready now. I'm going to release it. And you're going to see all my failures. And I held it till today. You haven't seen it yet. But I felt that just like this mansion, just like Forensic, I felt that people need to know that the people who are successful, they've had the same challenges as you and more. The only difference is, we all have the same challenges. The only difference is that some of us decide to not to give up. Some decide to use that as our motivation. Some of us have a promise list, and some of us have a goal list, which would be nice to achieve, and some of us have no list at all. That's the only difference. If I could do it in a non-internet era at $7 a minute, and I wasn't the only one, lots of people make millions and millions and millions at that era, more people are doing it now because of the internet. So don't look at all this and say, you know what, if you're not inspired by this, then you're expired. No, we can try to help you with that. Look, you can't get farther than where you are if you're expired, right? For things to change, you have to change. Then if you're going to change, you need to be inspired. So if things don't inspire you, then you need a promise list. And you need to understand what's really important to you. You know, for some people it's different. Maybe it's not this. But for you, maybe it's, do charity. For you, I don't know. Look, whatever it is, you can do a lot more of it when you're successful. If you say, well, I'd like to give a lot more, great. You can give a lot more when you're a multimillionaire than you are now. So make that your inspiration. I want free time, great. I can guarantee you one thing. It's much better when you have free time, when you drive a Bentley, than when you drive something else. Just say, free time is much better in a 5-star resort when you take a vacation, when you want it, than when you can or when we can afford. Free time is much better in eating in a restaurant you want to, what you want to order, with the wine you want to drink. So that's all of it. I don't know what inspires you, but something is going to inspire you. It starts with inspiration. Somebody says, how does somebody make a lot of money? Inspire as many. The person who inspires the most is what makes make most money. Okay, let me take you through the master bedroom. I got 11% battery. What do you know? Okay, so this is the master bedroom. As you can see, LEDs everywhere. There is a balcony there right on it, and there's a terrace here. We got to rush. I'm going to run a battery. And this is the master bathroom. This is a steam shower. Steam shower, of course, becomes like a steam. Like it's got double. Everything is glass. All of this is a panorama view of the waves. On the other side of this of the sea, it's USA, New York. Down there it is downtown Toronto. This is, by the way, even I had an Italian designer with me as well. He wanted everything. So his espresso bar in your bedroom. He got your bar. If you didn't know me, you'd think that the guy's an alcoholic. I don't even drink. But it's the type of thing. You got some lighting here, and so this is the closet. Now we just did an interview. I'm not sure if you saw on my post. They just did an interview. They came from France to interview me for some successor person, whatever. And so they wanted the stuff out. So we took my medals, we took it out. As you can see, is a lot of room for everything. These shoes here, you can put 100 pair of shoes down here. Very cool. And these are some of the trophies and stuff. Okay, let me take you outside quickly. This terrace here, I know you probably won't be able to see it, but anyway, just watch. This is a massive terrace here. Let's show you some lighting. Maybe you can see the lake with the moonlight on it. Let's see, can we see that? No, we can. Okay, let's just go back. So here's what the outside looks like, the bedroom from the outside. You can have a party of 200 on this terrace. So this is, you're still on the terrace. This is the gym. And this is the gallery. All right. We got a lot to see. Let's rock. If you lose me, let me know.
We can still hear you. We can still hear you. I will let you know when we can't hear you.
Okay, I think I'm just going to, in the basement, I'm going to go on the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And let's see what's going to happen.
Okay, we can't hear you. And the video is frozen. Can you hear me now?
Okay, you lost me for bed, right?
Yes, but you're back now.
Okay, perfect. As you can see, LEDs continue. This, the kids love this. And the men love it. This is what's called the man cave. Of course, kids would have some different say about that. LEDs everywhere. This is a Vegas bar that I've built down here. Fireplace there. It's designed for a party, which never happens. This fireplace, again, is the largest linear fireplace you can buy. Let me put it on. It's really beautiful. And this is, oh, this is the brain of the house. Put this up. The automation system, camera system, alarm system, the heat, pretty much everything. You can't really see it. This is a commercial unit. So when people come over here, they're like, wow, this is what you find in government buildings. This what controls everything. The automation, the music, everything is over here. This is where the kids play their little game. This is the basement bathroom. Again, everything is done very professionally. It is just because it's a basement. No, we didn't take shortcuts on it. And my favorite place, the theater, or what I call the cave. Can you guys see it?
It's a bit dark, but we can see
You can see
all the lights. Yes, we can surely see it.
This is a 3D projector. $122-inch screen. And 4,000 watts. All right. You know what? I'm going to run out of battery.
Okay, I think we lost you, Ramin.
All
Can
I
you
got
hear
to tell
me?
you, if I run out of battery, just basically take over. I got 7%. I'm going to continue till I die. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me?
What I wanted to do is I know that we found each other.
Yes, back. Right.
What I wanted to do is to tell you guys that MLM is the greatest equalizer. And it doesn't matter.
Ramin, we lost you a bit there.
That wasn't for me. I'm an entrepreneur. And life finds its way in your hands. I had 6 scholarships, 6, to go to university because I'm wrestling for free. 6 scholarships. And my destiny was not to go into that. My destiny was to get into a business from my charger. My destiny was to get hurt. Was my dream, was on my list. Olympics. And I went to Olympic trial, was a world champion. One of the favorites to make the Olympics. 7 days, traveled 7 hours for the Olympic trials. And the day before, made my weight. I'm a defending world champion.
We've lost you, Ramin. Hello?
Six months in CAS. And during those 6 months, I got into business. And the rest is history. So when I look at that, I said, well, you know what? Then it was meant to be that way. Because had I not been hurt, most likely, I would have gone to one of those universities and maybe go to school. Never would have met this annoying guy, carpet cleaner. And where would we all be right now, right? Training 1 million people, teams over 100,000 people, 5 multi-million-dollar companies, and here we are because I got hurt at my dream tournament. I don't understand how life works, guys, and you're not going to understand either. But here's the good news. We don't have to understand it. The higher power wants you to be clear on what you want. So let me tell you, what is my discussion with my God? Because, see, I don't need to be nice to my God. My God is bigger than that. My God wants me to be clear. My God wants me to help his people. That's it. That's what God wants. The God doesn't need me to beg on God. Here's my deal with my God since I think I started this practice in 1995, 1994. I've shared that with you guys before. Every night, it's a long time, 20 years ago, every time I go to bed, every night, it's second nature for me now. Most nights I fall asleep in the middle of it, which is great, which is sleep, but it sits in the subconscious mind all night because you're thinking, that's the last thing you were thinking about. So here's my deal with my God, which is God, and there's always 5 or 6 things that's really important to me at any time, right? At any given time, there's 5 or 6. That's not 1,000 things, right? Remember, don't be a wandering generality. Be a meaningful specific. There's 3, 4, 5 things that are really, really important to you, right? Identify what that is. So one of the 5 that 4 or 5 that I always share is this. I want to be 95 years old. He said, God, I want a perfect health. I wish that for me, my son, his mom, my fiance, my family, Reza, mom, his kids, Reza's kids. So people who are really important to me. I said, I'll give us perfect health to about 95. Then take us away in peace. That's one of the things I was asked for. I don't want to be 100. I want to be 5 years younger than God when I go. So I don't want to be 100. So 95 is good. Now notice how detailed I was here. I chose the year, and I said, I don't want to live till 95 because you could be sick living 95. I said, I want to be in perfect health. Perfect health to 95, then take us away with peace. That's one of the things I was asked for. There are times that I wanted money, cars, that Lamborghini, whatever, that home, that income. So I tell them the 4 or 5 things that I want, and I said I want it by when. I'm very clear on that. So I talk to my God. I said, God, here's what I want. Here's the rule that we've got going. Number 1, I need to know what I want. Number 2, I need to put energy towards it every single day. Not talk about it, energy towards it. Because the world, unless you talk, has a lot of energy in it. The world doesn't understand words because we don't communicate through words. We communicate through feelings. Or your energy is within your feelings, of your physiology, your tonality, not words. So rule number 1, I have to know what I want. I can narrow it to 4 or 5 things that are important to me at that moment. And when I check mark them, then I get 4 or 5 more things. If 3 gets check marked, then I add 3 more to it. I'm always got 4 or 5 things I'm always chasing God for, right? So rule number 1, I know what I want. Rule number 2, every single day I go put energy towards it. And rule number 3, I let God facilitate it. See, I can't do nothing. I don't know how it's going to get there. I had no clue I was going to get hurt in that tournament. But I knew always when I drove to an area, it hurt me in my gut that somebody had a mansion I didn't. And God knew that if I was to go to school and wrestling, get a job, I'll never get that mansion. See, it's not me. We don't know. We do not know how it's going to get facilitated. That's God's job. See, we got our job. Know what we want, work towards it, energy towards it. And that's his job. We can't do this. We don't know how we're going to get there. He knows. Only he can do that. But remember what I said? I said the first 2 tasks are our tasks. See, too many people these days are saying, well, if God wants, I'll get it. No. No. God's not your gopher. He's not. God gave us everything we need. God wants to see you first determine what you want first. In absence of knowing what you want, that's better than what you got, God assumes you love where you are. You keep getting, because that's what you think about. That's what you got. You're living in your space, and God assumes that's what you want. You stay there. That you let God know what you actually do want. Oh, okay. What he wants is different than what he has. Then God's watching. Okay, is it all talk? Or you got to put some energy and guts towards it. Oh, he's doing something. And God starts to manifest. You and I cannot manifest it. It's God that manifests it after we do our parts. So don't sit there, well, if God wants, and trust me, nothing in the world happens that God did on his own. Nothing. That's not his job. He's done his job. He created us. He created everything. I'll tell you a story. There's a guy. He took this place and he was a complete, it was nature, right? He was nothing. It was just nothing. Field. He made it into the most beautiful garden. So beautiful that everybody that walked by there and complimented him. What a beautiful garden you've created. And he appreciated that. He had a jealous neighbor. The jealous neighbor walked up to him one day and says, look at what God has created, looking at his garden. And so he knew what the neighbor was getting at. He said, well, you're absolutely right. God gave me the health, gave us the sand, the water, the sun, gave us everything we need for this beautiful garden. However, you should have seen this garden when God had it by himself. Right? We got to do the work. We got to do the work. So going back to 1990, I go to a mansion and somebody who's twice my age, with all the experience I didn't have, in a city 5 times the size of mine, and he had something I wanted. I mean, I love MLM. You know why? Because it's the only industry that you find somebody that inspires you and they're actually interested to talk to you. And that doesn't happen outside this industry. You can pick up the phone, call Renee, Reza, and these are multimillionaires, and guess what? They'll talk to you. And they'll even help you. They'll even come to your city and country if you prove worthy that you're doing something there. That doesn't happen outside this industry. So tonight, we have 2 types of people on this call. We got the type that get really inspired by this. And say, you know what? If this guy can do this in Eskimo land, and he could do it without internet and all of that, that's what we did, then I'm going to do it today in this technology age where I don't have to travel anywhere to build a business. Then I can do this, and I want this. I'm going to make it happen. There's 2 types. So one type, they're going to say this tonight. And we always have that one person. Maybe more, I don't know, but I know there's at least one. Because he's showing off. I don't believe that. Okay, well, I'll let Jim Rohn rip you apart. You are where you are because of who you are. And who you are brought you to where you are. And if you love it, great. But if you want things to change, you have to change. If you want to get better, then you have to get better. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to open the lines. I'm going to let you guys share with me, throw hard at me while I make a coffee in my $6,000 machine. I'll make you want to next time. Oh, maybe what we should do. Maybe we should put some type of, we do cruises and vacations, luxury vacations. Maybe we should put some type of competition or some type of incentive that you get to qualify to have dinner right here in this mansion, in my place.
Yes.
We'll get some type of celebrity chef to come and cook for you. And you live in this place. And maybe you spend the night over here. What do you think about that?
Super, super, super.
Qualification, you have to be St. Lucian.
I agree, Vern.
All right, Vern, take over.
Romain, I'm lost for words, for real. I know there's so many comments going on. Cuthbert, this call is all yours. I'm writing, my hands are hurting. I can say is this, Romain, mission accomplished for this call for me personally tonight. The inspiration I needed to go on to the next step for me, it happened on this call tonight. I have been going through something this past couple of weeks, and today was, the tip of the mountain in a good way. And this call could not have, oh wow. And for persons on this call who've really journeyed with you, I know Renee is on this call, Nora is on this call, those of us who've gone a distance with you, we know that you are very private. We know that you are very personal. We know that you are not a person to flaunt anything. And to open up your home to the extent that you did tonight is beyond generous. It's beyond, love is a very, very big word, but if there was one bigger than love, I would have used it tonight. And from, oh my gosh, from my heart, Ramin, a big, big, big thank you. Perhaps this is the biggest inspiration I have gotten from you on a very personal level. It's as if I was on this call alone with you. And it has really done something to me. I have this pain now at the back of my neck. I have, my heart is throbbing. I'm nervous. I don't know how to handle myself. I don't know if I'm going to sleep in the next few days, but mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Thank you.
You know what we used to say, right? After a tour, you can use this line. After a tour, once you do a tour for someone, and then before we send them home, we said, look, even after they join, they don't join, doesn't matter. Even after they join, we tell them, look, if you can go home tonight and sleep, you don't understand this business yet. But if you go home and lose sleep, come back tomorrow, I'm going to show you making $1 million in this business. Because this business, obviously all the know-hows are there. It comes down to you, your excitement, Are you inspired, your inspiration? If you are inspired, the rest is easy.
Romain, for me, this call can be summed up in one word for me: inspirational. And like Vern, my palms are sweaty. I have been taking notes, and I am inspired, and I must thank you profusely for opening your home to the partners, to your family, because we are indeed family. And like you said, I don't think many persons will be sleeping tonight, and I know the Kenyans will this morning, and they will be working hard. Arthur Anthony, good night. Yes, so Romain, for me and for many others, when I look at the comments this evening tonight, it's everybody's talking about how amazing this call has been, how inspirational, and how motivated them. There's so many comments right now that if we would read every single one of them, it takes us another hour and a half to go through it. But for me, I must thank you profusely for opening your home to us around the world. Thank you very much.
Well, Fram, that's my pleasure. That's my pleasure. You know what? I got 2% more batteries. If someone else will share with me, it's awesome. Let me hear your inspiration.
Ramin, I'm speechless.
Ramin, I am you want to be in the cave. I know you, Arthur. You're taking the cave. I know.
Listen, I can see myself there, and Vern is right. It's only qualified for solutions, right?
We'll put some type of incentive. How about we do this? We're doing like an LD3 gathering here or something.
Sounds good to me.
Ramin, if I had any lesser respect for you before, now you are on the top of my chart in terms of a high respect for allowing your dreams to come true the way you have, and the focus. I'm just speechless for what you have shown us tonight is going to stay with me for a lifetime, to inspire me for the rest of my life. possible. It's possible. And I'm going for it.
You know what? That's what makes it exciting, Arthur, because there's mansions everywhere, but they own some CEOs or some companies that, you know what, you cannot be there, right? See, I made my million as a soldier, like you at age 25. I made make another million shortly after. I made another million. I did that 5 or almost 6 times as a distributor. See, that's what MLM does. MLM allows you to make more money than people you can afford to hire. Look at Reza. I was talking to Renee the other day. I said, Renee, you haven't shared your income because I know he's a multi-millionaire. Somebody called him a millionaire. I said, he's a multi-millionaire. I pay him. Million is one. He's made multiple millions. He said, yeah, I never thought about it. He just gets used to it. Maybe I should tell people, say, yeah, you are the multi-millionaire. So Renee, Reza, Sharice made $1 million. There's other people coming. You guys can go ahead and get it done. That's what makes it exciting.
Hello, Remy. Good evening. It's Renee Liao here. Good evening, first of all. Ramin, I'm just sitting here, of course, in my, just blessed to have my $1 million home. I have to say, after watching this video, Ramin, I mean, I thought I've been inspired. I thought I had, everything I've wanted. You just raised my bar, Ramin, to a whole new level. And my mind got stretched. I cannot wait to be part of that LD3, LD4, special gathering at your home. And again, just
so Renee, you have a $3+ million home yourself. You have multiple homes. I got 1%, by the way. If I go out, you guys finish properly. Don't shut it down. You guys, if Sanaz is on, get her on. For some reason, my charge is not charging at 1%, but you guys take over and make sure people who want to share get a chance to share. Go ahead, Renee.
No, thank you. I mean, yeah, it's I've been very blessed that I came across the right people like yourself and Sanad, and of course, the right company. And tonight's call for me meant a lot, Ramin, because like you mentioned, sometimes we were going to butt off in the beginning. We got some good lifestyles now, and sometimes I'm so involved, I don't realize what we've accomplished. But again, you just stretch my mind to a whole new level, Ramin, and I'm never going to be the same again. Again, I'm not going to be the same again.
But Renee, I mean, you have $1 million condo in Asia. You got a multi-million-dollar home in Toronto. You got other homes besides that. How many homes do you have?
So altogether, I've been able to purchase over about 15 different investment properties. I sold and bought. Currently, I have 3. One up here in sort of northern Richmond Hill, another $1 million home. I have the one I live in, of course, the one in Taiwan. I have a few other investment properties in Edmonton, Alberta still. But Ramin, after seeing your video, I want your home now.
No, but it's important, Renee, because people say, well, somebody would say, yeah, well, that's the CEO. Well, guess what? You're not the CEO, and look at your lifestyle. And I have no idea why I'm paying for your Tesla.
But Ramin, I think the biggest thing for me though is I think again for me and especially for you, it's seeing people in the company who are perhaps new to the company. They got started this year, and they're making a few thousand, a few 10,000 a month right now. It's such a blessing to see others also achieve these things. But again, just for me personally, Ramin, this call for me tonight did a huge number on me because it just set my targets, my bars. I see in luxury, Ramin, but tonight, I was glued to the video looking at your home. And there's so much LED lighting in a home. It looks like a hotel. So congrats to you, Ramin. And thank you so much.
But now you know why I chose the name Opulence Global, right? So now you know. Hey, listen, before I run out of battery, I got a guy in here I need to shout out to Aser from Philippines. I saw your check this week, young man. I saw your checks. I want to say I'm proud of you. Congratulations. Joey as well. You guys are rocking it in the Philippines, but that's for another night, the night of the stars. Also, you want to share before my phone dies? Put your hand up so they can find you. There's a lot of people online. It's a new record call. Wow.
Yes, indeed. I think we were at 103 persons on the call at
lines. We have some groups too.
Yeah. Only about 15 minutes ago, we were at 103 and we're still at 97. That is remarkable.
That's
I'm
awesome.
hoping that. Yes, Roman?
No, that's it. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm hoping that persons will raise their hands and they will say something, tell us what they thought about the call and how inspiring it has been to them.
I want Oscar to share because his income is, I think this is month number 3, is about 5 times what the average Filipino makes in a month. His income this week, and he only launched about 3 months ago. So 3 or 4 months ago, his weekly income is now about 5 times of what an average Filipino makes in a month. Again, this is not the CEO of the company. See, you can go ahead and be a sunblock if you want to be. The facts are the facts. That this business is the greatest equalizer. It doesn't matter where you are in the world.
Ramin, what
By
is
the way,
his name?
Go ahead.
What is his name?
Aser, A-S-E-R. I saw him on the online earlier. I don't know, maybe he's being shy, or maybe he wants to share.
No, A-S-E-R, that's Asa Auguste. That's not who it is.
Okay, so maybe I missed on, maybe it wasn't him. Either way, what's important is that, folks, you know how you do a LA package in your country, and say in St. Lucia, it's 3 to 1, right? So in Europe, it's less. For them, they get a discount. Well, in Philippines, it's 40 to 1. 40 to 1. And they're averaging 75% LA packages. 40 to 1. And you'll be surprised where they're gonna be standing. I got their list today. You'll be shocked where they're gonna be sitting in the top country report this month. And when I met them, well, they thought they were right. They said, this is too expensive. No one has money in Philippines. I had to change that mindset. And we did that. We did change that mindset. And now they're averaging 75% LAs, and they're generating massive record incomes. And you're gonna see, we're gonna end up in the country report the next night of the stars. That inspires the crap out of me. That again shows me how this business is the greatest equalizer. Doesn't matter where you are. You're either making money or making excuses. You decide which one it's going to be. I have no time for excuses. We're too busy changing lives. We're too busy changing people. We're too busy developing people. You want to make a lot of money? See, you can move a lot of products, but first you got to move a lot of people. And we move a lot of people to that next level. All right, team. I think you've had enough to think about. So remember what your practice is for moving forward. Here is my target. Here's what I hope for after tonight. That if I meet you 10 years from now, you say, Ramin, after that night, every night I have a little talk with my God. And he gets to hear me, the 4 or 5 things that's important to me. And I'm going to tell him what my job is, which is know what I want, put better towards it, and tell him what his job is to facilitate those 4 or 5 things. You don't have to be nice to your God. Your God is bigger than that. Your God wants you to be nice to his people, help his people, develop his people. Your God doesn't need anything. That's what I do every single day. We just go move people. My duty, I'm blessed, is facilitated most of the stuff that I want. We're not the billion yet. Not the billion yet. I'm at it. I'm at it. The billion. That's one of the things I ask for every night. I harass them on that. But I do my job first. Hopefully I can run into you a year, 2, 5, 10 years from now. You say, I mean, you know, that became my ritual. I have lots of check marks to show you, and I fall asleep in the middle of it. Because that's what happens. Eventually, you can't go to sleep because of how tired you are because of the ritual, right? Then you start your ritual, but whatever you start, it stays with you while you're sleeping, right? So.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good night, everyone. If there's no one else that wants to share, my phone is holding at 1%. we're ready to let this go, and I'm ready to stay till as long as my phone allows me to stay.
I think we have Joey Mercedes. He wants to talk.
Let's do it.
Say something.
Joey and Gracie are our champions in Philippines. They are the top earners, and they are the ones that start all this chaos in Philippines with us, partners in crime. Go, Joey.
Hi, Erwin, and good evening, everyone. Good morning, and good afternoon, the world. You know, Erwin, it's been. I think it's more than a month already when I always raise my hand. It so happened that you're always saying goodbye, but now I grab the opportunity to raise my hand before you go. You know, you really rock our world here in the Philippines, and I don't know, words are not enough to express how gratitude we are here in the Philippines of having us doing Opulence business here in the Philippines. And you know what? I haven't got enough sleep because I keep on looking on my e-wallet. And just this morning when I saw my e-wallet, oh really? Grace and I looked at each other and then wow. Thank you, Lord, for giving us Opulence Global. And you know, like what I said on the chat box, Opulence Global turn our dreams into reality. And we hope one day that we also have the same mansion you have here in the Philippines. And I thank God of having you as our CEO. Thank you very much, Ramin. And God bless.
Hi, Ramin, are you still with us?
He's gone already.
It seems so. I think he ran out of juice. Vern, do we have any other person on the call who would like to say something before we end the call tonight?
I just unmuted Donna, whose hand was raised. So Donna, you can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Bernicia, it's Renee here. Can you still hear me okay?
Yes, I can, Renee.
Yeah, you know, Vern, I just wanted to say one thing that was just kept reading through my mind. I think all of us tonight got a massive amount of inspiration. And I just want to encourage everyone to call tonight, because some people might be on this call still and still thinking, you know, well, that's Ramin, you know, I mean, and that's their story. One thing that I know I had to do early on in my career was make that decision to believe that I could do it too. To stop making excuses, stop finding reasons why that shouldn't be us. We really have to believe on tonight's call that, you know, if Ramin can do it, if I can do it and many others can do it, anyone can do it. In fact, if it's been done once, it can be done again. And I want to encourage everyone to call tonight. It's an amazing call tonight for me personally, but to really put your foot down and start to do the things in your life to really get you to where you want to be. And to do that, one thing that I had to do was stop trying to find reasons why I didn't deserve that kind of a lifestyle, why I didn't deserve to have that kind of a house, why I didn't deserve to have that kind of money, residual income, to have my family. I stopped making reasons or excuses why I wasn't worthy of that, because it's all about these, sometimes these limiting beliefs that we have. So tonight, folks, I want to encourage everyone, make that decision, change that thought process that you are worthy and that you deserve a life like this. But it goes to those who, of course, work their butt off. And again, one quote that has always run through my mind is, if we want to live the life of the 1%, are we willing to do what 99% of the world is not willing to do to achieve the 1%? And once you make that decision in your mind to go for it, never look back. I can assure you, as I've done before personally, when I committed to that commitment, my life today is amazing. And I have to thank God that I came to this company, but more importantly is you have to have that mindset that you are deserving, because every one of you can have this kind of a lifestyle, but we must get to work. So that being said, I want to encourage everyone, let's stop the excuses. Let's stop the reasons why maybe we can't have that, and let's go and get what we deserve. So that being said, thank you. Back to you, Vern. Thanks so much.
Well, Renee, there's nothing I can add after that, and all I can do is hand back over to our host of the month, to Cuthbert, to close the call, and for me, try to get back to work, and hope to get a little bit of sleep, because I don't see how I will sleep after that tonight. Thank you so much, Renee.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Vern. Vern, I will allow Donna to say something, because I think she raised her hand, and we will. Donna, can you unmute yourself? Not able to unmute from here. Okay, well, oh, there is Fibronia wants to, let me just allow Fibronia to talk. Fibronia, you're unmuted?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, Fibronia.
Wow, I am so inspired. I don't know whether to call it shock, confusion. And I'm looking at, I have seen that mansion, and my question is, what is my problem? So today, I really want to thank God for Ramin, for opening that for me, for opening my mind to see I can do it. So he has increased my believability. He has removed all the excuses that I've been having. And my question is, at my age, what is my problem? So Van, I'm seeing you there, and I want to tell you all that you taught and what Ramin has said today to me. I'm going to carry it and run with it. Watch this space. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Fibronia. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have had an awe-inspiring Zoom call tonight with our CEO. Vern, I'm going to stop again because I see Lucy Karanja she has raised her hand, and I'm going to allow her to talk.
Please
okay,
let
so
her.
Lucy, can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself?
I have. Can you hear me?
Great, I can hear you, Lucy. Go on.
Imagine, I am so speechless. I don't even know what to say. My head is totally spinning. And I'm so happy that I actually managed to wake up and get connected. And it has really opened up another part of me, which is going to start today. Oh, and Ramin's saying you are either making money or making excuses. It's over for me. It's time to make money. And as Rennie also shared, make a decision that you are indeed worthy. You do indeed deserve this. Oh, work starts today. Thank you, Ramin, for sharing your beautiful house with us.
Indeed, Lucy, indeed. Ramin give us a session tonight that will take us to decades of success in this business. Remember, as he said, once we are inspired, we will say, I want this, I can make it happen. And every single one of us on this call tonight, once we are inspired, if we were the ones making the excuses, tonight the excuses stop. Today the excuses stop. We start working and we start achieving success. And remember, make your list. You're the 5 things, and you reach out to your God. This is what you want. I love this one. I am inspired, and I know so many of us, all of us on this call, are inspired. So tonight, this morning, this new day, I want to wish each and everyone on this call success moving forward, success charting your path, success putting your promises, your goals together, and making them a reality. Good night, everyone. Good day, everyone. Blessings to all. Be safe and stay forensic.
Good night, everyone. Stay forensic.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night,
and stay
everyone. Thank you, Vern. Thank you, everyone.